Welcome to Stopping Goliath. My name is J Kimmel. I'm glad that you're with me today because we're going to be talking about the must stay gay laws and how they affect Christians just like you and me. And if you're not familiar with those laws, we're going to talk about them in just a second. There's actually 3 articles we're going to move through really fast. You'll find a link to each of the 3 articles in the description of this video, and you can read them on your own at your leisure. If this is a truth that you think other people should know, if this video makes sense to you, then please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel. If you hit the notify button, you'll know as soon as we drop a new video onto the platform, and we'll be able to watch it immediately. Also, we do ask, please share this with your friends and help others to hear the truth that we're trying to bring you today. Before we get started on our topic, I want to make sure that everyone understands how unique America was and what made us so different from the rest of the world. When the United States was created and our Constitution and our Bill of Rights were created, it made us the freest nation, not just on the planet at the moment, but probably in the history of mankind. That's why so many people from all over the world try to come here, because America has been a different kind of a place. We had rights, we had freedom that other people around the globe simply didn't have. And unfortunately, that's starting to change. The first article that I want to talk to you about is from the Christian Post, and it's entitled, "Appeals Court Rejects Christian Therapist Lawsuit Against Washington State Over Conversion Therapy Ban." And this is one of those must stay gay laws. This one happens to have been put in place by Washington State, and there's a counselor there. So this is a Christian counselor. He's a therapist by trade. And this law prohibits him from telling a person who is having homosexual thoughts, homosexual tendencies, whether they're actually engaging in homosexual behavior or not is irrelevant. If they come to him and say, "I want help," he's not allowed to share the truth that we read in our Bibles every single day. It's illegal for him to do that. So he challenged the law. He sued the state of Washington, and an appeals court for the U.S. has just thrown that out. So at this point, the law stays in place, and there are several states that have these laws on the books. And we're going to talk more about that in just a second. The second article I want to bring your attention to is titled, "You Must Bow at the LGBT Altar or Else." And you probably heard about this story. It turns out there's a hockey player. He plays for the Philadelphia Flyers. And just this last week, they had a game, and it was Pride Night at the hockey rink. And so the players all wore rainbow colored flags, the LGBT rainbow, for their warm-ups. And if you don't know what warm-ups are, basically before the game, all the players come out and they literally get warmed up. And so during that time, the players wore these rainbow colored jerseys. One of the players, and he's from Russia, by the way, declined to participate and wear the jersey because he's Russian Orthodox. He's a Christian. And he basically said, "Look, I respect everybody and I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say." He said nothing controversial other than, "Hey, I just won't participate in warm-up." Okay? So he didn't come on the ice. He didn't wear the jersey. And that's all. He said nothing else. He didn't protest, nothing else. Well, if you've heard about this story, you probably heard how evil this man is. There are sports announcers and sports writers in the US and Canada asking for his termination. He should never be able to play hockey again. They want the Philadelphia Flyers fined. They want the coach fired. All because he just said, "Hey, I just don't want to participate in that event." That's all he did. And by the way, go hunt the story down. That's all he did. The third story, I hope, gets your attention. There's a guy named Matthew Gretsch, and he lives on the island of Malta. Yes, I know this is outside the United States. And he is facing criminal charges because he has left the gay lifestyle. He identified as a gay man, and then he encountered somebody who shared Jesus with him. And after becoming a Christian, he gave up his gay lifestyle. And he got interviewed on TV. And on TV, he said, I had an encounter with Jesus Christ, and I've left the gay lifestyle. And now he has been charged with this crime that could lead him to be in prison for 5 months and have a fine of up to $5,000. And by the way, the TV station was charged as well. I don't know how you put a TV station in prison, but apparently they're trying to do that too. So under this law, and this is another one of those must stay gay laws, anyone who tries to change, repress, or eliminate a person's sexual orientation, gender identity, and or gender expression will be fined or jailed. It doesn't matter why they're trying to do it. And by the way, it doesn't matter whether the person is seeking that. If the person doesn't want to be gay and seeks help, that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant to the law. It doesn't matter what your religious beliefs might be. Doesn't matter if you were sexually abused or raped even and are confused about your sexual identity. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you'd really like to just be heterosexual so you can raise a family like other people do. No, doesn't matter. You must stay gay according to these laws, or you as the person who shared can be criminally liable. And if you as the person who was gay and doesn't want to be gay anymore, you will be held criminally liable as well. When we first started this video, I told you America is different. We've had freedoms that are different. We've had the ability to do things that other people around the world don't do, which is why I bring in stories like this, even though this is not a story from the United States. Because you see, other countries are ahead of this. They're ahead of us in the way they implement these laws. And we need to see what's coming. These laws are already on the books in Washington State, in California, in many states across this country. So what does this mean? What does this mean for me as a pastor? What does it mean for somebody as a therapist? What does it mean for you just as a Christian? Well, what it means is we're going to have to decide who we're going to obey. That's what it really boils down to. See, our church is unique. We have an online platform, and we have home groups that meet in different states. We have a home group that meets in California. Legally, if someone from that state reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm struggling with a homosexual desire, legally, I'm not allowed to tell that person what the Bible says about it or anything else, even though I'm a pastor. Well, I know what I will do. What can you do? First, pray. Please pray. Pray for these people who desire help to move themselves away from the lifestyle that they're in to the lifestyle they wish to be in. Pray for them. Pray for the therapists. Pray for the pastors. Pray for all of those who are involved in this really, it's a conundrum. It's a tough place to be. And tell the lawmakers in your state what you think. Okay, they listen to you. You're the person that put them in office. They weigh what their constituents think. And the third thing, of course, is share this video. I'll bet there was some information that you didn't know today. If there was, guess what? Your friends probably don't know it either. Please share this video with them. Subscribe to our channel. Comment. Let's have a dialogue about what's happening right here in the United States. And so the other thing that you need to do is you need to decide today, who will you serve? As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord.